Okay, so this is called Disney Dimensional Analysis. So the first thing I did was I cut up all the different conversion factors. So notice I didn't cut in between. I just cut this whole box. And so like the directions say, it says each rectangle represents a conversion factor. For example, 1 tow meter is equal to 4 tires. So that would be this conversion factor here. And so there are other ones. So like 2 boots is to 1 Woody. You know, the 2 ladies, Elsa and Anna, are to 1 Olaf. So I've got a whole bunch. Some of them are silly, obviously. It says cut out each conversion rectangle, align them so that units cancel out, paste them on the page. You can use the back if you want. When you're left with your desired final unit, you are done. Make sure to multiply across the tops and bottoms to get your final answer. And so our question is, how many pennies will you have if you begin with 5 Dories? So what I do is I seek pennies. So that's going to be what I want to be on the top at the end. I want pennies to be on top. And so I'm going to start with Dories. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these around, just give myself some space. And so as I start with my given quantity, which is 5 Dories. Now, I can't draw, so, you know, there's my dory fish. I'll put it over 1 because there's nothing on the bottom. But this will help us to see the conversion factor fractions. So now I'm going to multiply by. Now I need a card in which Dory is on the bottom. So if Dory is on the bottom, I can cross those off. So I'm going to look through my cards, and see right here, I have Dory on the bottom. So this would go next. So now Dory would cancel out. And you don't have to actually cross off Dory if you don't want to. So now what are my units? My units are Nemo and Marlin. My son always called him Martin. It's Marlin. Marlin. Okay, so now this is what I have on top. Now my next conversion factor needs to have that on the bottom in order to cancel out. So now let me look for, here we go, this. So then I would have, and again, this would be multiplied together. So then fish would be gone. Okay? Now, this is the number 2. This is the number 2. And this would be the number 4. So when we actually get to our math, those numbers will be important. So now my fish are gone, and I'm left with Pongo and Perdita, the Dalmatians. So then I'm going to look for the next one. Oh, look, here I have them. So then that would be multiplied. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puppies up here and 2 doggies down here. So again, do you see what I'm doing? So now what are my units? My units are puppies. And I'm going to keep on going until I finally have pennies on the top. And once I have that, I would either tape or glue these down, and I would multiply across the top. So I can start this for you. So it's going to be 5 times 2 times 2 times 8 times whatever. Get a number. And then on the bottom it's going to be 1 times 1 times 4 times 2 times whatever. Get a number. And then you'll divide here at the end. And your final units will be, you know, blank number of pennies. Now, this is just in order to help us kind of see the process. You know, when we're talking about actual dimensional analysis, we'll use conversion factors that make sense, like, you know, 1,000 millimeters are in 1 meter, or 12 inches are in 1 foot if you were to use some non-metric. So those are a little bit more tangible. These are, I just kind of made, these are silly, but the process of dimensional analysis is cancel out our units, and then we'll multiply quantities and divide at the end. So I'm not going to tell you the final answer because I think you can do it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.